Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. But I sure am glad you're here. You know why I'm glad you're here? Because it's Monopoly Night in America. That's right. This is going to be the 14th episode of Season 3. We're going on early tonight. Why? Because I can. That's why. And because it's Monopoly Night in America. Can't wait. So, let's do this thing. Let's do it like we mean it. In 3, 2, and 1.
Yes, Monopoly, the world's most popular board game, is now Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players, the red player Stephanie, the gold player Ray, and the green player Mike. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Meyers, and here's the host of Monopoly, Kurt Bowden.
Hey, looky there, we're doing a thing. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to another episode of Monopoly, coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. Man, it's so good to be back here with you guys again for our 14th episode of this season. And man, I think we've got a good one lined up for you. We've got some players that have not been seen yet. But first, let's go to one we have seen. He is our current champion, and he is coming back to us with a one-day total of $11,225 and a season total of $201,233. Please welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Poot McVay.
What's up?
What up? Well, hey, it's good to have you back here again, Poot.
Cool. Sounds good to be here, Turd.
So yeah, you're coming back to us. This is your second run as champion this season. Does this run?
Yep.
I know that you're just one game into it, but does this one feel any different than your first run?
Not really, though. I mean, both runs so far have been, very similar to each other, though. But we're going to see how this goes tonight, though.
And hey, that is all we can do is see what's going to happen here. You're going up against two players that have not played with us this season, and I'm taking a quick little look here. Matter of fact, neither one of them has ever played here on Monopoly Night in America from Grandma Studios. So do you think that's going to go into your mindset in tonight's game at all?
Like I said, I look at every game as, fresh faces or familiar ones, and I say, let's see how it goes.
Well, and we will definitely see that. We wish you the best of luck tonight as we make our way over to your first opponent. He is in our gold podium, and his name, Ray Weaver. Ray, welcome to Monopoly.
Thank you.
So, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Ray, of all the different shows and series and things that I've ever done here, I think this may be the first game you've ever played on any show that I've done. So, I guess the most important question is, where the hell you been?
Oh, this is the time of year where I'm doing like 4 different jobs right now, so schedule is very hectic, but I'm winding down on that, so I'm here to have some fun.
Well, hey, we are definitely glad to have you here. So especially since this is your first time being with us ever, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody at home where you're from, what you do for a living, if you don't mind telling us that, and maybe just something else that would be an interesting thing about you.
Okay, I am from Virginia Beach, Virginia. My main job is I work at a bagel shop, and I have 2 other seasonal jobs. And my most rewarding job I have currently is I work with a high school boys basketball team.
Okay, yeah, I've done a little coaching myself as well in my years, so I definitely know that can be fun. It can also be a little stressful, especially when you get to working with the parents. But yeah, so the bagels. My question for you: your favorite flavor?
I would have to say probably everything.
Hey, fair enough. Everything is a very delicious flavor. So, hey, who knows? Maybe you'll be able to put up a bagel tonight on old Poot and Mikey. But, hey, we're going to wish you the best of luck here as you start your time here on Monopoly as we make our way over to our green player. Again, his first time ever playing as a part of the Grandma Studios Monopoly series. He's our green player. It says Mike, but I like to call him Mikey Bombardier.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing well. I know that you have been a part of some Grandma Studios productions before, or things that I've hosted. I know one of your one of your more infamous appearances happened on Weakest Link. Yeah, and that's probably just the best way to talk about it, just to kind of nervously giggle, and then we just move along. So yeah.
That's dang funny, huh?
Right. So I have heard, and I'm going to even allow you to correct me here if I mess it up, which I don't know that I did, but I know a lot of people pronounce your last name differently. So let's go ahead. For the record, set everybody straight. How do you pronounce your last name?
Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I think I may then have mispronounced it. Yeah, I've heard it all kinds of different ways, and there's been a few ways and I'm like, where did you find those letters in that name? So, but yeah, since this is your first time as a part of Monopoly, go ahead. Same as Ray, go ahead and tell us where you're from, what you do for a living, and something interesting about you.
Thank you very much. I am from Buffalo, New York. I'm a dairy frozen associate at a Tops Friendly Markets. And something interesting you may not know about me is that I am a big wrestling fan, and I happen to co-host a podcast which would talk things related to WWE, AEW, TNA, and anything you want to talk about.
Well, yeah, I know that that podcast, of course, the Rant and Rave podcast, you can definitely, you guys make sure you check that out. Thursday nights, correct?
Thursday nights, yep, at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, you guys make sure go to YouTube, check that out. It's definitely a great little podcast that they've got going there. They've been going for, I know the last I'd heard y'all were in the 200s. What number episode are you guys up to now?
We're getting, I think we're closing in on the 300s. I think we're getting closer to 300, and I'm going in my 4th year actually.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I know that's one I've always hoped to be able to get a chance to maybe have a little opportunity to get on there. Who knows? Maybe someday it'll happen. But I know you guys have been a very good friend to MVG Productions over the years. So glad to have you here again. Glad to have all you players here. Let's play some Monopoly. All right. So here we go. Of course, this here.
Good luck, guys.
This here is our first round. We call it our acquisition phase of the game. We're going to be making our way around the board, stopping at each and every property one time. You'll notice at the bottom of those properties on the board that there's a dollar amount. There's going to be a question attached to that property. Players are going to try to buzz in and get it correct. If they do, they will get that dollar amount added to their bank that you see there. If they get it wrong, we're going to take that money away. Once we've made it through each of the properties, if somebody owns them all, they're going to get to take it over and it'll get turned the color of their podium, and they'll get a special little bonus. If it's owned by multiple people, we'll go into our showdown round. So, ladies and gentlemen, strap in. It's Monopoly night in America. Here comes your first question as we start with our brown property group. Of course, let's go ahead and do a quick buzzer check before I forget that. So, Poot. Very good. Ray. And Mikey. Fantastic. So here we go. Once again, brown property group. Mediterranean Avenue is where we start. $60 property, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with our first question of the evening. Counterbalance, countermarch, and jack are types of what machine used for weaving cloth? Wow, I'm surprised on that one. I know there's some big words there, but if you break it down, it's talking about weaving cloth. That would be a loom. A loom.
Okay.
All right, so nothing doing there. So that means we're already going to go ahead and cut that property value down in half. It's now $30 until somebody gives me a correct answer. What U.S. city is home to the Will Rogers World Airport? And that's Poot.
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City is correct. $30 to you takes you up to 30, and you own that property. Now we go to Baltic Avenue, worth $60. What oily explosive liquid is used to make both dynamite and heart medicine? Poot.
Nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin is correct. $60 to you there. That takes you to 90. You also already own both brown properties, so let's turn those your color. And we're going to give you $120 of combined value, taking you up to $210. We now go to our light blue properties. We start with Oriental Avenue. This question is worth $100. Which TV news anchor wrote the book The Greatest Generation? Poot.
Walter Cronkite.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you 100. Ray or Mikey?
I knew it was.
Well, that would be Tom Brokaw. That was a horrible Tom Brokaw. Live with it. I don't care. All right.
That wasn't it. Anyway.
We're going to cut that property value down in half now to $50. Here comes the next question. In the animal kingdom, the males of which equine fish carry eggs in a pouch on their stomachs? Poot.
Seahorses.
Seahorse is correct. $50 to you. You're at 160. We now go to Vermont Avenue for 100. What rotary engine that produces electricity gets its name from the Latin for whirl? Poot.
Turbine.
Turbine is correct. $100 to you. You're at 260. You have two of the light blue properties. Next up, Connecticut Avenue for 120. In geography, what is the southernmost country of the Balkan Peninsula? That would be Greece. Greece. We cut the property value down in half now, $60. Which company introduced cranberry juice cocktail in 1930? Ray.
Ocean Spray?
Ocean Spray is correct. $60 to you takes you up to $60. All right, so now we've made it through the light blues. Ray owns one property and Poot owns two. So Poot, I need one correct answer from you to take the monopoly. Ray, you're going to need to give me two in a row. Here comes the first one. Which actor sent a woman called Sacheen Little Feather to refute his 1973? And that is Poot.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando is correct. And Poot, you have taken the light blue property group. We turn those your color. We're going to give you $320 of combined value, which takes you up to $580. We now turn on to 2nd Street. Our magenta properties are up first, and we start at St. Charles Place for $140. Which medical procedure uses a transducer probe to allow doctors to view an unborn child? That would be an ultrasound or a sonograph. All right, we cut the property value down in half to 70. Which best-selling romance author wrote Lady Boss and Hollywood Wives? Poot.
Danielle Steele.
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 70. Ray or Mikey? The other very famous one, Jackie Collins.
Jackie.
All right, we're still at the half amount of $70. Which U.S. president's program of national reform was known as the Great Society? That would be Lyndon Baines Johnson. David Letterman attended what Indiana University? Ray, in time.
Butler?
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 70. You're down to negative 10. Poot or Mikey? Ball State. All right,
Okay.
still at $70. Let's try another one. What R as in Richard is a wooden musical wind instrument of the flute family? Poot.
Recorder.
Recorder is correct. $70 to you takes you to $580. We now move over to States Avenue for $140. What annual East Coast race, first held in 1970, currently begins in Staten Island and ends at Tavern Mikey?
The New York City Marathon.
New York City Marathon's correct. 140 to you. You're in the game now. There we go. One for Poot, one for Mikey. Now we go to Virginia Avenue for 160. The jungle known as the Darien Gap is shared by Colombia and which Central American nation? And that is Poot in time.
Ecuador.
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you 160. Ray or Mikey? That would be Panama. Panama. All right, so let's cut that property value down in half. We're doing that a lot tonight. $80. Here's the next question. In television, what Minnesota Vikings quarterback co-hosted That's Incredible? Poot.
Fran Tarkenton.
Fran Tarkington is correct. $80 to you. Takes you up to $500. We have now made it through all of the magentas, and we've got Poot with 2 properties, Mikey with 1. So, Mikey, I'm going to need 2 correct answers. Once again, Poot, I only need 1. Which Milton Bradley Capture the Flag board game features spies, scouts, and Poot?
Stratego.
Stratego is correct, and you have taken the magenta property group. We'll turn that red. $440 of combined value takes you up to $940. We now go over to our orange property group. We start with St. James Place for $180. In math, what is 37 multiplied by 3? Ray.
111.
111 is correct. $180 to you. You're back in the positive at 170. Next up is Tennessee Avenue for 180. In which 1955 movie does Marilyn Monroe stand over a subway grate as the wind blows up her dress? Ray.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. I don't know.
Sorry, that's going to cost you 180. You're back down in the negatives. Poot.
Some Like It Hot.
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you 180.
Oh.
Mikey?
I had a feeling that was it, but I'm doomed.
Well, just as a reminder to those of you that like Definition After Dark, this would be a perfect one, because if you stand over a subway grate and have wind blow up your dress, you're probably going to get the 7-year itch.
Of course.
So we're going to cut. I thought that was funnier. All right, we're going to cut that property value down in half now. It's now worth $90. What G as in good were the nomadic horsemen of the Argentine Pampas in the early 19th century? Poot.
Gauchos.
Gauchos is correct. $90 to you. You're at $850. All right, so we got 1 for Poot and 1 for
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. That's what I thought. Wanted to make sure. Okay, 1 for Ray, 1 for Poot. Here we go. New York Avenue now for $200. In baseball, what does the acronym ERA stand for? Ray.
Earned run average.
Earned run average is correct. 200 to you. Again, back in the positive at 190. All right, we got a little flip here. So, Poot, you have 1 property. Ray, you have 2. So, Ray, I only need 1 correct answer from you to take the monopoly. Poot, I need 2. In 1979, Black & Decker introduced the first cordless vacuum cleaner known by what name? Poot.
Dustbuster.
Dustbuster is correct. Next correct answer takes the monopoly. Which actor is married to Catherine Zeta-Jones? Ray.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas is correct, and Ray, you have taken the orange property group. We're going to turn those yellow and give you $560 of combined value. which takes you up to $750. We now go to 3rd Street. We're in our red property group, and we start with Kentucky Avenue, which is worth $220, players. Until 1990, Checkpoint Charlie was the crossing point between the east and west parts of which European city? Poot.
Berlin.
Berlin is correct. 220 to you. You're up to 1,070. Next up, Indiana Avenue for 220. What Gene Hackman movie is about a cruise ship turned upside down by a tidal wave? Ray.
The Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon Adventure is correct. 220 to you. You're up to 970. One for Poot, one for Ray. Next up is Illinois Avenue for 240. In fashion, what M as in Michael is the long silky hair from the fleece of an Angora goat? Poot.
Mohair?
Mohair is correct. 240 to you. We're at 1310. All right, we're now ready for a showdown between Poot and Ray. Ray, I need 2 correct answers. Poot, I only need 1. The Constitution specifically states that the time between one U.S. census and the next cannot exceed how many years? Ray.
10.
10 is correct. All right, next correct answer takes the monopoly. In food, what shellfish is traditionally featured in the French dish Coquille Saint-Jacques? Ray.
Lobster?
No, I'm sorry. Poot, you want a shot? Go ahead.
Let's just go with a mussel.
No, it'd be scallops. The scallops, if they are cooked right, are delicious. All right, here we go. Next one. In television, Agent Cooper ate cherry pie at the Double R Diner. Poot?
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is correct, and Poot, you have taken the red property group. Let's turn it red for you and give you $680 of combined value, which takes you up to $1,990. We now move over to our yellow property group. We start with Atlantic Avenue, which is worth $260. In music, Stand By Your Man was originally recorded by which country artist? And that's Poot.
Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette's correct. 260 to you, takes you to 2250. Now we go to Ventnor Avenue for 260. Yes, Ray?
Oh,
Fantastic.
That was too sensitive.
Okay. Which branch of mathematics studying continuously changing values was co-created by Isaac Newton? Ray.
Calculus?
Calculus is correct. 260 to you, takes you to 1230. All right, now we go to Marvin Gardens for 280. What American city is home to the 630-foot tall Gateway Arch? Poot.
St. Louis.
St. Louis is correct. 280 to you, takes you to 2530. All right, again, a showdown between Ray and Poot. Ray, 2 correct answers is what's needed. Poot, only need 1. In science, which bitter alkaloid is a stimulant found in coffee, tea, and cola nuts? Ray.
Caffeine?
Caffeine is correct. Next correct answer is going to take this monopoly. In medicine, malaria is caused by the bite of what species of Poot?
The mosquito.
Mosquito is correct, and Poot, you have taken the yellow property group. Let's turn it red and give you $800 of combined value, taking you up to $3,330. Now we turn on to 4th Street. We're in our green property group, and we start with that very specific avenue. Yeah, it's Pacific Avenue. $300? Here's the question. Mikey, you can still get in this. In geography, the cities of Salzburg and Vienna are both located, and that's Poot.
Austria.
Austria is correct. $300 to you. You're at $3,630. Next up, home of Brandon Scruggs, North Carolina Avenue for $300. Which talk show had a longer run, the Chevy Chase Show or the Magic Hour? Ray.
The Chevy Chase show.
No, I'm sorry. Cost you 300. Poot.
Magic Show.
Close enough. The Magic
Magic
Hour.
Hour.
You are correct there. $300 to you. $39.30.
Okay.
You have 2 of the greens now. Next up, Pennsylvania Avenue for $320. In astronomy, from the Latin word for new, what N is an exploding star? Mikey.
Nebula.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $320. Poot.
A neutron.
No, I'm sorry. It cost you $320 as well. Ray.
No guess.
We'll still wait for the buzzer. All right. That would be a nova. A nova.
Nova. Yeah.
All right. We cut that down in half now to 160. The channel connects Great Britain and what other Europe? Poot.
France.
France is correct. $160 to you. And guess what? You already own all of the green property. So we're going to turn them red and give you $920 of combined value, which takes you up to $4,690. We now go over to our final property group. It's our dark blues, and we start with Park Place. $350, players. What female star of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show was billed as lit? And that's Poot.
Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley is correct. $350 takes you to $5,040. And now we have made it to our final property in the acquisition phase. It's Boardwalk. $400, players. Located in the Badger State, what university's mascot is Bucky? And that's Mikey.
Wisconsin. University of Wisconsin.
University of Wisconsin is correct. $400 to you takes you to $220. And our final showdown will be between Poot and Mikey. One correct answer takes this Monopoly. This is huge for you, Mikey. Be ready on the buzzer. Hugh Lofting wrote a series of books featuring what character who talked to animals? Poot.
Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle is correct, and you have taken the dark blue Monopoly. We'll turn that red, give you $750 of combined value, which takes you to $5,790. And that sound means we have come to the end of the acquisition phase. Let's take a look at this bloodbath. Right now, in third place is our green player, Mike Bombardier. Let's get that straight. He has $220 and no monopolies. In second place is our gold player, Ray Weaver. He has $930 and 1 monopoly. And currently in first place is our current champion, Poot McVay. He has 7 monopolies and $5,790. Well, this is where we're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. Our players are going to be using those funds that they have to make upgrades to their property, adding houses and hotels. And when we come back, it'll be time for that 15-minute big money round where we see who's going to go on to our bonus game for the opportunity to win untold riches right here on your favorite board game that's not a game show. That's right. It's Monopoly Night in America. Welcome back here to Monopoly Night in America. Man, we've got quite the interesting little game going on here tonight. Let's take a look at what has happened during our commercial break. So, of course, when we take a look at it here, we have allowed our players to make those upgrades. We have got a holdout board tonight. Remember, it's $50 per house. And once they've put all the houses on that they need to, then $50 additional dollars adds on the hotel. So with that being said, here's where we stand. Right now, we have had a little bit of a flip-flop. Ray has moved over into third place with $108. Mikey has moved up into second place with $220. And Poot still sitting up there on his throne. It's probably a porcelain one at $1,040. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a hot minute since I've been able to say this, but it is that time of the night that we bring back out onto the stage, not as the champion, but as the people's champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Mr. Monopoly, Jason Jarrell Quantavious Meyers.
Don't call me the people's champion because now I'm going to start soul hunting.
Well,
Just saying.
just don't rock bottom me for it.
And that too.
So I've got to ask you, Jason, what's it feel like being back over on this side of the game?
It's weird having not been on this side of the game for a couple of weeks, but then again, it was weird standing over there behind a contested podium. It's just weird altogether. Let's just admit it's weird altogether.
Well, hey, you had one hell of a run as a champion there. According to how the rest of the season goes, it's looking like you're in pretty good position to make it to the tournament at the end of the season. What would you say? Do you enjoy more being Mr. Monopoly or being a player that winds up being a really good player at that?
Yes.
Fantastic. So, if you would, I think I know what you're going to say, but tell me what you think about the board, the game, stuff.
Well, the way things were going, I thought it was going to be an all-out bloodbath, but Ray decided, no, the blood stops here. That's just a matter of them trying to play cleanup for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we're going to have to call in one of those special, like, SVU, NCIS groups to come in here and clean all this mess up, but
right.
But hey, we still have a lot of game left to play, so I'm hoping you remember to bring the dice with you.
Yep, got them right here.
Fantastic. Well, I'll let you go ahead and take your, I guess, sort of familiar place over there. And let's do this. Let's play some more Monopoly Night in America. All right, so we, of course, are in our 15-minute big money round here. Let's take a quick look and reminder at how this goes. Of course, we are going to be making as many trips around this board in the 15 minutes that we possibly can. Along the way, we're going to be making some stops. If we stop on a property that belongs to one of the players, they are going to get a trivia question that's just for themselves. If they get it correct, they will get the amount of rent based on the upgrades to that property. If they get it incorrect, they won't lose any money, but it does become a toss-up for the other two players. If one of them buzzes in and gets it correct, they will steal the rent money, but they've got to be careful because if they get it wrong, they're going to lose that amount of money. We, of course, have our chance in our community chest spaces, sponsored by Kevin Henry. And there'll be lots and lots of giggles involved. And I'm sure whenever he watches this back, he'll be like, I still don't get it, Toad. But that's okay, Kevin. You don't have to. We'll explain it to you during the MVG roast of you later on in the coming months.
Yes.
Yes, with many other inappropriate jokes aimed at you as well. Yeah, I'm going to save that one for later. Okay, we've also got our utilities, such as electric company and waterworks, where we can multiply that dice roll by 100 to get a nice little chunk of change for our players. You'll notice up in the upper left-hand corner, we've got free parking. Right now, it's got $500 in it, but trust me, that baby's going to grow, grow, grow. Trivia question can change some people's fortunes. And, of course, while there are other spots, the most important one, those are those railroads. That is meaning it's hostile takeover time where one question can change the outlook of this game in an absolute instant. So with that being said, there is nothing to it but to do it. So we've got our pawn on the board. Whenever Mr. Monopoly gives us that first roll and we make the move, then we will get this thing started. So here we go, 15 minutes.
2 and a 4 for a 6.
All right, that's Oriental Avenue.
And this first question goes to Poot. It's worth $550.
All right, Poot. Let's see, where are we at? All right, in fashion, which knee-length men's skirt is worn by Scottish regiments in the British Army?
Kilt.
Kilt is correct. $550 you takes you to $1,590. Next roll, please.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
And that takes us to States Avenue.
Poot, another question headed your way. This one's worth $750.
Poot, what comic strip detective created by Chester Gould married Tess Trueheart?
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy is correct. $750 to you. You're at $23.40. Another roll, please.
4 and a 3 for a 7 again.
Oh, and that is free parking.
Yes, players, as he mentioned, there's $500 in the jackpot. This question is open season. First one to buzz in and get it right, gets it.
Here we go for $500. In food, what chicken dish is named after the capital of Ukraine? Ray.
Kiev.
Chicken Kiev, however you want to pronounce it, doesn't matter to me. Well done. $500 comes to you, takes you to $680. We put another $500 in that free parking jackpot, and hopefully we'll see it again later. Next roll.
6 and 2 for an 8.
That takes us to Waterworks.
Yes, this is one of our 2 utility properties, players. This question is worth $800 since I rolled an 8. And again, it's open season.
In television, which Fox animated show features a Texas propane salesman? Poot.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's correct. $800 to you, takes you to $31.40. Next roll.
2 and a 5 for a 7.
Up. That's the short line.
And all aboard, players. This is time for a hostile takeover. First person to buzz in and get this question right will get a chance to take over somebody's property. Good luck.
All right, here comes our question. Which U.S. holiday is named for the patron saint of lovers? And that's Poot.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is correct. And Poot, we already know what you're going to do.
We know. Yeah.
So we are backing you up. You are going to be attacking Ray's yellow property group. I will remind you that you are going to need to get 3 answers correct on this here. If you are able to get all 3 of these correct, you will take the monopoly away from him. Get any of them wrong, and you are going to pay the upgrade cost in rent to him. So here we go with the first question. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. What country music artist inspired a dance craze with his hit song Achy Breaky Heart?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus is correct. Let's move over to our next property. Tennessee Avenue, once again for $950. In games, what is the #1 selling brand of playing cards in the United States?
Bicycle.
Bicycle is correct. Over to our final property. Again, you're either going to lose 1,000 or you're going to steal that monopoly. So here we go. In television, what actress played Mallory Keaton on the series Family Ties?
For her name here. Justine Bateman.
That was in time, and you have stolen the Orange Property Group That's going to get $560 of combined value moving over into your column, taking you up to $3,700. And that means this hostile takeover was successful. Next roll, please.
62 for an 8.
All right, and that is Ventnor Avenue.
And Poot, another question headed your way. This one's worth $11.50.
All right, here we go. Here comes your question. In law, what J is the group of 12 people chosen to give a verdict on a case?
Jury.
Jury is correct. $11.50 coming to you. You're up to $48.50. Next roll.
4-2 for a 6.
There we go. Community chest is where we have landed, so we will draw our first community chest card of the night, and it says we have a bank error. Yellow player, you're going to get to collect $250, taking you to 930. Next roll.
5-1 for a 6.
And we're at Boardwalk.
All right, Poot, this is the most expensive question in the game. It's worth $2,000.
Poot, created by cartoonist Johnny Gruelle, what cloth doll has red hair and a brother named Andy?
Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann is correct. $2,000 to you. You're up to $68.50. Next roll.
5 and 6 for an 11.
So we've passed go. That's going to give $200 to each of our players. And we are just visiting the jail. Please, no pictures. Next roll.
Yeah, don't play doubles, and it's a 10.
And that means we are at free parking again.
Yep, there's another $500 at stake. It's open season, players. Who wants it?
In medicine, what is the largest artery in the human body? And that's Poot.
Aorta.
Aorta is correct. $500 is coming to you. We are going to stock $500 more up in the free parking jackpot, and we have another roll.
About 8 minutes to go. We are looking at a 3 and a 5 for an 8.
And that's Waterworks again.
And we're keeping up the 8 theme here. We're back on the utility. There's $800 on the line for that 8 I just rolled.
In math, what is 1,000 divided by 100? Poot.
10.
10 is correct. $800 to you. You're at $83.50. Next roll.
5 and 4 for a 9.
All right, Park Place.
Second most expensive question in the game, Poot, and it's all yours for $1,500.
Poot, in language, which one of Aristotle's 4 elements is referred to by the Greek prefix pyro?
Fire.
Fire is correct. $1,500 to you. You're at $98.50. Next roll.
1 and 2 for a 3.
Oh, we've landed exactly on go, so that's going to add $200 to each player's account. And we've got a player over 10 grand now. And we've also got somebody breathing so hard into the thing, it sounds like they might be having a heart attack.
I know who it is.
Mikey, you okay with it?
I'm just trying to stay alive right now.
Aren't we all?
I think we're all.
2 and 3 for a 5.
And that's the Reading Railroad.
Hostile takeover time again. Chance to take over somebody's property, and by somebody I mean Poot.
All right, players. In what movie does James Caan play a writer held prisoner by Ray?
Misery.
Misery is correct. All right, so Ray, you can attack any property group you wish.
You know what? Let's go for blue, dark blue.
All right, we're going to race around. And we start at Park Place. $1,500 at risk here for this first question. You only need to get 2 correct to steal the monopoly. In geography, Bismarck is the capital city of what U.S. state?
North Dakota.
North Dakota is correct. We now move over to Boardwalk. Get this one correct. You are going to steal the Monopoly, and it's $750 of combined value. Get it wrong, and it's going to cost you $2,000. What Arabian Nights folk hero discovered the hidden gold of the 40 thieves?
Aladdin.
No, I'm sorry. It was Alibaba. Alibaba. I'm so sorry. That means we're going to take $2,000 from you. That's going to get passed over to the owner, Poot. And that also means this hostile takeover was unsuccessful. Next roll, please.
About 5 minutes ago, we are looking at a 3 and a 5 for an 8.
And then we have hit the chance. And let's take a look. This chance says that we're going to advance to Tennessee Avenue.
First, you got to get the money to pass and go.
Yes, thank you. There we go.
Now we
all
can
have
talk about Tennessee Avenue and talk about a $950 question aimed at Poot.
Poot, Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, and Whoopi Goldberg were the first hosts of which HBO comedy telethon for the homeless?
Comedy relief.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Toss up for Ray or Mikey. Mikey.
Comic relief.
Comic relief was the correct answer. $950 to you takes you to $1,770. Next roll.
5 and 1 for a 6.
And we're at Illinois Avenue.
All right, Poot, let's try this again. This time, this question's worth $1,100.
Poot, which treaty between the U.S. and England formally ended the American Revolution?
I remember that.
Toss up for Ray or Mikey. Mikey.
This is a guess. Treaty of Versailles.
No, I'm sorry, and that's going to cost you $1,100.
Oh.
All right, Ray, you want a shot?
No guess.
And there's the buzzer. The Treaty of Paris. All right, next roll.
1 and 5 for 6.
Oh, no, players. That we are going to jail. Officer Bar Brady sends you over. You're all going to pay $50, which goes into the free parking jackpot, which now stands at $650. Next roll.
3 and 2 for a 5.
And that's the Pennsylvania Railroad.
Let's try this again, players. Another hostile takeover attempt.
You are very.
Ray said he's ready to go. All right, here we go. Let's just go for it. What early incarnation of the movie theater was so named because the cost of admission was 5 cents? Poot.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon is correct, and all you did was you just kept all of your Monopoly safe. There's nothing you can attack, so nothing doing there. All right, next roll.
1 and 6 for a 7.
Here we
And
go.
there's the chance. This one's great. This time we're going to advance to Kentucky Avenue. Now, our pawn's going to move backwards. Backwards, I said. But because it is advanced, we do pass goal on the way, which is $200 for each player. But we are on Kentucky Avenue.
Poot, this question is worth $1,050 to your total.
Poot, the Petrified Forest and the Painted Desert are both features of which U.S. state?
I think they are New Mexico.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up for Ray or Mikey. Mikey.
Arizona.
Arizona is correct. 1,050 year at 1870. Next roll.
5 and 2 for a 7.
Waterworks.
We're back on the utilities again. This question is worth $700 for that 7 I rolled.
Players in music, which rock band recorded the albums Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall? Poot.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is correct. 700 to you. You're at 13,100. Next roll.
Less than a minute to go. We are looking at 5 and 6 for an 11.
And that takes us to Boardwalk.
All right, Seffi, another chance to get the most expensive question. $2,000 on the line.
Seffi, after it was installed in a Houston baseball park, Chemgrass was changed to what trademarked name?
AstroTurf.
AstroTurf is correct. $2,000 to you. You're at 15,100. Next roll.
4 and 3 for a 7.
We pass go once again for $200 more. And we're on Oriental Avenue.
Seffi, another question headed to Ray for $550.
Seffi, in history, Tanaya was the alias of what kidnapped newspaper heiress?
Patty Hearst.
Patty Hearst is correct. $550 a year at 15,850. Another roll. Or not. And that sound means we have come to the end of this round. Let's take a look at where we stand. So right now in third place is our gold player, Ray Weaver. He has negative $120. In second place is our green player, Mikey B. He has got $2,070. And in first place is our current champion, Poot McVay. He has $15,850. Well, we're going to go ahead and take our final commercial break of the evening. We're going to sell back all of those players' upgrades. And when we come back, we're going to find out, I think you already know, who's going to be moving on to play our once around the block bonus game for a shitload of money right here on Monopoly Night in America. Welcome back here to Monopoly Night in America. Man, we have had a good time here tonight. You know, this is the tough part of the evening where we have to send two people home sad and dejected, and we send one person to the bonus game wondering how the hell did I get here. But let's do it like we always do it. We start with the person that was in third place coming into that, or at the end of that last round. That's you, gold player, Ray Weaver. Had negative $120. There is nothing for us to sell back for you, so you finish tonight with negative $120. Aww. All right. Just trying to, my apologies here. I'm trying to get my live stream over here on my end to update itself. But, yes, very, very, there we go. Okay, now it's going. All right, now, our second place player coming out of that, Mikey B. He had $2,070. Again, unfortunately, nothing to sell back, so he finishes tonight with $2,070. And now we go over to our current champion, Poot McVay. He had $15,850 coming out of that last round. When we sell back all of the upgrades on his own properties, he is able to net, for the first time in the history of this game, $5,000, which means tonight he finishes with $20,850. Poot McVay, you are the winner of tonight's game of Monopoly Night in America. Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to say to Ray and Mikey, you guys, you really, I'm glad that you tried. I'm saying it's a great game to play with you guys.
All right. Well, we will come back and talk to you more here in just a few moments, Poot. But first, we've got to go over. We'll start with our player that finished in third tonight, Mr. Ray Weaver. Ray, your first time here. The numbers do not tell, I believe, your whole story. You definitely, in the acquisition phase, was trying to give Poot a run for his money. And I definitely think you did push him. But unfortunately, only having that one monopoly, I think, is ultimately what tripped you up.
Yeah, and then the hostile takeover on my end failed, and then his succeeded, and then that was the beginning of the end.
Well, hey, here's the question. I know that you didn't finish with any money tonight, but your first time playing Monopoly with us, did you have a good time?
Yes, I did.
Well, hey, we are glad to hear that, and we're definitely hoping that you'll come back and see us again, because negative $120 is definitely not going to get you into the Tournament of Champions, but we still have quite a few episodes left this season, so there is plenty of time to get involved again. So we hope to see you back here, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Mr. Ray Weaver. We're definitely glad to have him here now as a part of the Monopoly family. Next, we go over to our second place player, Mikey Bombs. Mikey Bombs, you've got $2,070 to your name for your first outing here. I have to say, a little surprising, see as how you were not able to get any monopolies and didn't really own too many properties through the acquisition phase. For you to come in that decent of a spot and finish in second place, how are you feeling?
A little bit of relief. Yeah, Poot is definitely an amazing player to play against, and wishing all the best of luck and once around the block.
Well, hey, we will definitely do that. Again, $2,070. Taking a quick look here at my little internal scoreboard, that is going to put you out of 17 players this season. You'll only be in 16th place, but again, you're not far for that being your first time here. You're not far away, believe it or not. You're only about, I'd say, $2,200 out of the top 9, which is what would get you into the Tournament of Champions. So definitely hope we'll see you back here again this season.
Hopefully.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mikey Bombs. Definitely, he gave it a ride, and unfortunately, just not enough. It shows this game you've almost got to really play a complete game to finish up as a champion here. But we now go over to a man that has made history tonight, the first person that I remember that has owned all of the monopolies at the end of the 15-minute big money round. Poot McVay, $20,850.
Yep.
Man, what do you have to say for yourself?
First of all, I'm so sorry to both Ray and Mikey. I am so sorry for that, for being such for like this bloodbath. But I will have to say, it is very historic to be the first person that I can remember to own everything at the end of the game.
Yeah, and hey, you should definitely be proud of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if there's anyone else that's ever done it, he went by a different name when he was here with us, but his actual name was Ben Parker, and yeah, that's the Ben Parker you've seen on some actual televised game shows before. There's a possibility that he had done it. I don't remember. I'd have to review tape, but even if he did, that would have been way back early on in season 1. So you're definitely the first person to do it in a long time. So congratulations to you on that. Do you think you've got a little bit more in you to make a little more history?
I certainly hope so. Let's try it.
Well, all we can do is try it. So let's do once around the block. All right, well, as I said, you have a chance absolutely here to make some history tonight, Poot. So, of course, this is how our bonus game works. You are going to try to make it all the way around the board in 5 rolls. Now, of course, we have to start with, you were able to go in and steal a Monopoly. So because of that, you can either do a re-roll or have an additional roll. Okay. So just know that in your head. So if you wind up rolling one that winds up causing you to hit or would cause you to hit a go to jail space, you can always take it back one time and try again. Or as we get into it, if you run out of rolls, we will give you an extra roll in there. But if we do give you the extra roll, that means the re-roll is off the table. All right.
Right.
But you're going to try to make it all the way around this board. Of course, every spot around this board that you make it, we're going to put $100 into that center jackpot. But it's not just that simple. We're going to be adding 4 extra go to jail spaces onto the board. Okay. We're going to add 1 on 2nd Street between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue. We'll add an additional one on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens, and 2 onto 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk. So where would you like to put your one on 2nd Street?
Okay, this is working for me so far. So first of all, we'll do Virginia Avenue on 2nd.
All right, now 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens.
Try Indiana.
And I think I might have just said 2nd. I meant 3rd, but all right. Indiana, there we go.
Yeah,
and now 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk, I need 2.
Okay, Pacific and luxury tax.
All right. Well, now here's where you've got the chance to make history, Poot. So, of course, since you were able to own all monopolies at the end of the game, you now are going to play Millionaires Club. So, Poot, if in your rolls that you have, if you can make it all the way around the board and land exactly on go, you are going to be the first person ever in the history of this program to win $1 million. Now, we're also going to have a nice little chunk of change for you if you make it beyond go. If you make it beyond go, you normally would get half, so you will get $500,000 if you make it beyond go.
Yes.
So, I hope you're ready. I know everybody else is out there ready. So
Yes.
we've Mr. Monopoly, we've got the special dice ready, I assume.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to load them up there into the rock and roller. So here is your button. Poot, good luck to you. Let's do it.
Okay. We know we're going to get a good first roll. Doubles, please. Now.
1 and 6 for a 7.
All right, a little bit closer. $700 in the center pot. Now, of course, you always have the option to walk away. So right now, you are at 4+. We're just going to call it 4+ until you decide what's going to happen between either the re-roll or the extra roll. So you're at 4+ right now. Your bad roll coming up here is going to be a 7, which you just rolled. So walk away or keep on going.
I am going for the big money. Let's roll.
All right, he's going to continue on. So the rock and roller is shaking again.
Okay.
Push the red button.
All right. Again, give me doubles to keep me going. Now.
2 and 6 for an 8.
All right, we subtract another roll there. We're down to 3 rolls, $1,500 in your center jackpot that you can walk away with at any instant. Again, 3+ rolls left. Your bad roll is an 8. Again, another high frequency roll there. So do you want to continue on or do you want to take that $1,500 and walk away?
The potential re-roll here. Let's go.
All right, we're continuing on. That rock and roller is shaking. Hit that red button.
I would love to see doubles right now. No 8s still, but doubles now.
6 and 3 for a 9.
Whew. Okay, that's good. That's good.
All right, skipped over another one. $2,400 is what you've got. You have 2+ rolls remaining. Coming up here, your bad roll is 6 and 7, so 2 high-frequency roll possibilities here. You can walk away with $2,400, or you can keep on going. You are beyond the halfway point.
Gotta keep going. Like I said, I got that.
Fire that rock and roller back up there, Mr. Monopoly. Red button is yours. Press it when ready.
All right. Let's hope for a real high number or a low number to keep me going. Now.
It's doubles and it's a 10.
Yes.
All right. So an additional roll. It keeps you at 2. So $1,000 out of there. $3,400. So let's look at what we're set up at. If you can stay away from that go to jail space, you are likely walking out of here with at least 6 digits. And the first person to have done it. You still have your plus that will protect you against a bad roll. So really, there's nothing to lose here at this point. But I still have to ask you, Poot McVay, stop or go?
You know the answer. Let's go for it.
Let's go then. Fire that rock and roller back up. If we get a 6, you're a millionaire.
You know, yes.
Hit that red button.
All in the world. Now.
2 and 6 for an 8.
But hey, here is the good news because you have passed go. It says 25,000, but you have just won $500,000. Congratulations.
I will take it and wow, I love it.
We have got 20 people out in the live chat right now that have cheered you on and are going crazy. $500,000. We're not going to hit the button to show the final winnings because the numbers will not come out right because of how this goes. But we add that on to what you won in the front game. And tonight alone, you are walking away with $520,850. That has got to just have made your day.
It has indeed, there, Mr. Ferguson. It has indeed.
Well, and I've got even better news for you. Not only are you now a two-time champion here on this run, but your now total winnings for this season are at $722,083. You are now, because of that, including the season-ending Tournament of Champions, are our now highest winner of all time in a single season. Wow.
Wow.
You have taken down many a record here tonight. Just knowing that you have taken down so many records. What's running through your head?
I am just like, I'm half speechless, but I know I'd want to say, oh, thank you.
And hey, it's amazing. The first time we have someone that gets the chance to play Millionaires Club, and you were able to take us, not for the million, but for the $500,000, and that still got to feel good. So congratulations to you there. I'm assuming you are good to go, and we'll see you back here Friday night for the next episode.
I'll be here Friday night, okay?
All right, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Poot McVay taking us for all that we're worth there tonight. So this is where, again, Mr. Monopoly Jason Meyers steps in. Jason, I know that this is our first season with the new Millionaires Club rule. We're 14 episodes in, and we finally get to see somebody play. What was it like from your position getting to see it happen?
To be honest, I was pulling for that 6. I think everybody else out there in the audience would agree. Y'all really wanted that 6 to happen, but just the fact that he got past GOAT, I'll settle for it. Shit, you didn't even need this re-roll, so I'm just gonna roll it just for shiggles.
Go for
that
it.
would have been a 9. You still would have crossed it anyway.
But yeah, so it was a hell of a night there. I know that if he didn't break the record, I have to do a little searching, and we'd have to go to our historian, Neil Strnitsky, on that one. But I'm pretty sure if he's not number 1, he's at least got to be number 2 for the most winnings in the front game. And then to be the first person, of course, to be able to play Millionaires Club, because he was able to take out all the monopolies, and then to go through and win $500,000. Man, this could not have been a better episode.
Yeah, I think barring any championship games, Seffi might actually hold the title for most money won.
Well, yeah, and I can say, if you, plain and simple, he is the all-time money winner within a season. Yeah, even when you look at tournament winnings, because we've not had anybody that's won the million in the Tournament of Champions yet. So yeah, he definitely is the all-time winner now. So yeah, heck of an episode there tonight. Programming note, of course, we will be back once again this Friday night. That will be February 28th. We'll be back here again at 11:10 Central for a second episode of Monopoly Night in America this week. Although the nights might change a little bit, you can plan on most of the weeks moving forward through the rest of the regular season. There will be 2 episodes going on during each week. So definitely make sure you tune in for that again. Friday night, 11:10 Central. We will be having episode 15 of season 3 of Monopoly. I also want to remind everybody, tomorrow night, we will be having I believe it is episode 14?
Question mark?
And I'm pretty sure it's 14 of the Barry and Enright Cup. Again, that's going to be getting started, I believe. Let me quickly check that. That's going to get started at 11:10 Central as well tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3 great shows up as usual: Joker's Wild, Tic Tac Doe, and Bullseye. speaking of, those of you that haven't seen it, over the last couple of days, the advertisement for the new Game Show Network's Tic-Tac-Doe finally came out. Those people that were worried it wasn't coming, April, it's finally going to premiere on Game Show Network, the new Tic-Tac-Doe with Brooke Burns. So know that that's coming. I know I'm really excited to see how they have changed the show up and see if I'm still going to love it just as much as I did the Wink Martindale years. We won't speak of the Patrick Wayne years, mainly because of Patrick Wayne himself. And then, of course, next Sunday night, this one will be at midnight, 11 Central, will be our episode 3 of our new hit series, Definition After Dark, with Jason Meyers. So we have got a lot of live streams for you here this week. Tonight was number 170 in the history. So we've got 3 more this week. So that means by the end of the week, we'll be at 173. And remember, once we get to 200, that means it's going to be time for the MVG roast of the big man himself, Kevin Henry. So we are chugging our...
lovely.
That's right. We are chugging our way along towards that.
That's a bitch.
Yeah, so we are definitely excited about that. But as always, we want to thank all of you out there that have been a part of this tonight. I know you guys went out and you told other people that the big stuff was going on, because we jumped from about between 14 and 17 up to 20 real fast as Millionaires Club happened. So thank each and every one of you so much for being a part of this. We really appreciate it, and we couldn't do this without you. So thank you for being a part of it. Make sure you like our video. Go in and subscribe to the channel, because again, we're talking still 70 plus people aren't subscribed. Go in and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notification so that you know when the next great live stream or edited video comes up here on the channel. But until we go once around the block, once again, this Friday night, he was Jason Meyers. I'm Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here in just a couple of nights for another Monopoly Night in America. Until then, take care, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Silva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.
They grabbed him by the balls, or the jewels.